Hello and welcome. Glad you could join us for today's Tech 24. I'm Julia Seeger with all the latest from the tech world. Coming up, what new innovations will travelers discover when they check into a hotel in 2060? I can already tell you they can expect it to feature augmented reality, artificial intelligence, morphing beds, and even neurotechnologies to help them sleep better. And for those of you who don't have the time to travel, we'll show you all the best ways to experience exotic places from the comfort of your couch and for little or no cost at all. With voice-activated hotel rooms, Robo Butlers, and biometric access control systems, it's no secret hotel chains around the world are betting big on digital transformation to improve guest experience. So to get some insight into which ones will be most appreciated, 3 tech startups are demonstrating their latest products in hotels in London, as Emerald Maxwell explains.
Whether it's solving the age-old language barrier or encouraging guests to have shorter showers, new technologies are transforming the hotel experience.
Your room number is 217.
From Afrikaans to Arabic, this tablet means guests can now check in one of 37 different languages.
I travel a lot, and from personal experience, when I travel to a place that I'm not able to feel like, connecting to, based on language barrier, I'm not able to connect, it always affects my stay.
Other pioneering technologies being trialled include an app that tells guests how much energy and water they're using and rewards the more eco-friendly ones.
If you reduce your water and electricity consumption, you get rewarded in hotels, such as a free coffee, free Wi-Fi, free breakfast, free drinking in the hotels.
The traditional hotel concierge is also being phased out,
How may I assist?
Can you send me some slippers?
replaced by a voice assistant or an AI-powered chatbot on your phone. They take care of everything from slippers to letting guests know what time the bar opens. But is the future of hotels just more time swiping on a smartphone?
I think the best sorts of technology actually enable or free up more time for sort of quality human interaction and enable guests to do the quick questions, perhaps using technology to enable that instead.
The technology may be smart, but lacking the human touch. It may be too soon to say goodbye to the friendly hotel doorman.
Futurologists confirmed the upcoming top trend in the hotel industry will be Robo Butlers. But they also predict rooms will be ultra-connected with smart toilets, 3D makers in every hotel room, and morphing beds. Well, let's bring in our in-house expert, Dhananjay Katalkar, to tell us more about these futuristic amenities.
Well, one of the trends that's already seen the light of the day are the Robo Butlers. This Robo Butler is called Relay, and it's made by a California startup called Savioke. Essentially, it is a 3-foot tall robot which delivers small necessities like toothbrushes, snacks, towels to guests completely unaided. And it does so, it navigates on its own because of 3D cameras and GPS. So that's how it can go through the corridors, it can take the elevator on its own, and it can deliver these goods to the guests. Now, it can communicate only through typed messages. There's no voice communication as of now. So this is the first trend. The second trend about robots is related to the storage space. Normally, before you check in or after you check out, there's always a hassle of having your baggage stored at a proper place. So a hotel in New York called Yotel, they have found a solution in the form of this robotic arm, which
it stores your luggage while you wait for check-in.
Exactly. So what you do is you approach this particular place, which is behind a glass door, as you can see, and you mention the number of baggages you have and the weight of those baggage, and then it takes care of it. It deposits it, and you get a receipt with a barcode. And if you want to take them out, you just present the barcode to the touchscreen, and you get your baggage back. So it's pretty useful.
And tell us more about the rooms, the ultra-connected rooms.
Well, let's start with the door itself. So in the future, the rooms, as you can see here, will be keyless. So there'll be keyless entry. You can either open the rooms with RFID, wrist bands, or you can also open them with a retina scan. So that's something that we can look forward to in the future. We already had a demonstration of this smart toilet.
That's right, several weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. So that will also be an essential part of the future hotel rooms. Then there'll be many surfaces like mirrors, which will double up as screens which are used for browsing internet, so there'll be hyperconnectivity. And most interesting of all are the 3D makers. So the idea is to reduce your baggage when you're traveling. So if you enter a hotel and there's a 3D maker, you can print many things, including shoes, you can print goggles, even mobile phones. So that will be very interesting because that's one of the biggest concerns.
You can travel light.
Exactly.
And all these innovations are coming out of a study with Hotels.com.
That's right.
Tell us just more a little bit about the architecture of the hotels. Some will be morphing hotels. What is that?
Well, we are now in the realm of fantasy. I don't know how exactly this is going to take place, but apparently, according to this study, there'll be nanotechnology and some really intelligent machines used along with smart materials that will be able to self-assemble different structures in quick time. And also there's another proposal by a London-based engineer who has envisioned a hybrid of hotel and a ship. So this ship will be self-sustainable. You can grow vegetables on it. They will have capsules which can be detached and turned into mini boats, and you can visit the nearest islands. And most interesting of all, this hybrid of a hotel and a ship will be able to dock in any harbor around the world.
Right, and maybe all of these hotels will one day be on Mars, who knows? And when it comes to traveling to these hotels, passengers could soon be flying in supersonic planes. We already spoke about these aircrafts here on Tech 24, especially the Boom XB-1. But we all have one question on our mind: will passengers ever get enough legroom, Dan?
Well, let's hope so, Julia, because the proposals for the seats of the future look quite promising. And one of them is made by the Italian manufacturer Avio Interiors, in which they propose to make futuristic seats somewhat similar to what we find in cinema. So these seats will be flexed up seats. They will fold once you get off them. So that will allow more room for movement. The second proposal is from Airbus. So they have envisioned the seats by 2050 to be ergonomically smart. So they will be able to adapt to the user's posture. And then there's another proposal about sleeping pods in which premium travelers will be placed in these cocoons, which will have adjustable light, sound, and temperature.
And of course, there will be much more entertainment on board.
Absolutely, because in-flight entertainment is also one of the focuses of the airline industries. And the idea is to make your mobile handsets the gateway for entertainment. So if you can do away with in-flight entertainment, it can save plenty of not only space, but also it will reduce weight. So that will add to the efficiency of the flight.
And we're going to keep on traveling in Test 24 coming up. Content for tourism was one of the first categories to really take off in VR, allowing you to experience being somewhere on the other side of the globe without really going there. And here's a demonstration with Dan. Where are you taking us with your VR headset?
Well, I'm using the Discovery VR app to watch a daybreak in Yerevan in the town square. So this is one of the biggest advantages of having fantastic screens, affordable headsets, and of course 360 degrees camera. So you can be transported to any part of the world. And from Yerevan, I can now go to a cave in New Zealand. I can rappel down. I can explore this cave. So yeah, these are the advantages, and there are many companies that are building such friendly apps. So Discovery, as I mentioned, is one of them. The second company that has built a very impressive app is called Jaunt VR. So using this, you can again travel over the world. You can have excellent videos of taking a tour in Alaska, or you can
beautiful pictures.
Yeah, you can you can also experience kayaking in Iceland and also enjoy a waterfall. So the kayak actually falls along takes this drop. So that is also quite spectacular. And the interesting part is these are all 360-degree videos. So you can explore it. You can, as you move around, you can see the environment around it in 360 degrees. So that's really, it's if you cannot, or even if you're planning a trip to any part of the world, this can be a great tool.
You can check it out first and see if that's what you want to see. Right.
And then, of course, there are applications by Google. One is YouTube. I mean, it's surprising, but if you put in YouTube in the search bracket, if you put any part of the world, so for say Eiffel Tower VR, you just put VR and you get the 360-degree video of the Eiffel Tower put up by different people. So that's so it's not really specific to one company. So you can get an assortment of videos when you put the search term in YouTube. And there's another dedicated application by Google called Street View. So you need not have
the Street View that we all know.
Exactly, but you need not watch all these videos through a headset, because sometimes it can be quite, I don't know, sometimes after 5 minutes I feel very dizzy after using these headsets. So Street View is an interesting app. So you can, I'll just demonstrate. It's essentially 360 degrees photos from all over the world. So all you have to do is go to the Street View app here, and you can choose any destination, and you get, again, different photographs. You can explore them in various ways. You can also add photographs using a 360-degree camera. And so that's the advantage. If you don't want to use the headset, you can use this app.
Right. You are missing, though, the scent and the temperatures. And, of course, there are some things that missing in these apps. But soon, perhaps in the future, we'll have that too. Thank you so much, Dhananjay Kadolkar. That brings us to the end of this week's edition of Tech 24. But do stay with us here on France 24.